to set the projection setting, the coordinate system for Borneo ISO in Survey Office. So first thing, there are two files that we need to place after we install Survey Office. So basically the two files that we needed are the joint model file and the leap second file. Especially for older version of Survey Office that was before the year 2024. So if for older version of Survey Office, basically there's a leap second file that we need to replace, and also we need to place the joint model file EGM08, EGM 2008. Okay, so these two files we need to replace, leap second file and the joint model file. So to place the EGM joint model file, all we need to do is just copy paste this file. Okay, so we need to go to C drive. So this is done after we finish install Survey Office. So basically we should place it inside program data. Initially this is a hidden folder. So if let's say we need to display the hidden folder, we need to go to the view options. For the folder property, we need to make sure that we can display hidden items. So inside program data, to place the joint model file, we go to Trimble folder, inside geodata folder. So basically we just paste the joint model file inside here. So for example, this is the file that was already placed inside. So we should place this inside this folder, the joint model file. So it's in GGF format. So the next file we need to place is the leap second file. So this is also done in the same folder, Trimble folder. So we are supposed to put it inside this leap second config. Initially there would be an existing file for this, but we need to replace the existing old one with the new one. Okay. So once we replace this file as well as placing the joint model folder inside here, then we can try to run Survey Office. So usually this projection setting is only one time setup. So once we set it up and save it as a template, the next time we need to create a new job file, we don't need to reapply or configure all the settings all over again. So as usual, we need to open a new project. So usually before we have an existing template that we set, we can open it with a blank template, click OK. First thing we need to set is the joint model file. So above here, there's a coordinate system manager, this globe icon over here. Click on it. We go to joint model on the left panel. So we go to add new joint model. So for example, we can put EGM 2008-1. For file name, all we need to do is select the joint model that we paste earlier on inside the Trimble folder, inside the geodata folder in Trimble folder. So this is the one that we placed earlier on, so we select this. Then we press OK. It should appear in this list. So it will represent a blue color icon over here. That means this is the one that we just added in. Once we already added this EGM 2008-1 inside here, we need to click on save and it will save the setting. Once finished, we close. Next part, we go to the gear icon, project settings. So there are a couple of few things that we need to set according to as of current land and survey processing requirement, especially for network adjustment work. So one of the few things is we need to go to coordinate system over here, and we need to go to change. So we go to coordinate system and zone, we select Malaysia Borneo RSO, next, and then we need to set our quality, survey quality for the joint model, and in the joint model we need to select is the one that we added earlier on. Once finished, so it will appear over here. So once we're done with the coordinate system, we can check joint model whether it will show the correct joint model file that we set earlier on. Next, we can also look at projection. So the usual parameter for Borneo RSO, we just need to make sure important one is false easting at 2 million, false northing at 5 million. So once we set with the projection, the next one we need to check is unit. Under the unit section, there's a GPS time. We need to make sure the display is offset from GPS, as it will follow the time system from the GPS receiver. Time offset will be 8, as is according to time zone, Malaysia time zone GMT plus 8. So once unit is done, the next we need to go is baseline processing. So bear in mind that when we need to set the coordinate system, the project settings for survey office, we need to make sure that we have the dongle plug in, the dongle license plug in. Otherwise, there will be some missing stuff that we're unable to set the setting. So usually we need to make sure that we have the dongle plug in first before we do all these configuration settings. So for the baseline processing, so first we go to processing. So processing interval we can set to 15. Other than that, usually requirement is 15 seconds or below. So you can set to 10 seconds also can. But land and survey requirements is not more than 15 seconds. So you can choose 15 or below, or 10, or the default 10 seconds for processing interval. Next, quality. So these are the following value that you need to set according to land and survey as of date, as of current date's requirement. So you need to set according to this value over here. Next is the satellites. Over at satellite, elevation mass, 15-degree elevation mass. And over here, you just need to make sure that all of the satellite are enabled so that your receiver can track all the satellite. Lastly, we go to default standard error. So over here, we make sure that GNSS section, we choose project settings. And then next, we go to GNSS. So these are the following value that you need to follow. So this is also according to land and survey current requirement. So you just set according to this value over here. And lastly, confidence level display, make sure it's at 95%. Once finished, we click OK. So we can save our settings as a template. We go to File over here, top left corner, and we go to Save as Template. And then you input your name. So for example, Sarawak Borneo RSO, so it will appear over here. Click Save. It will save all the setting as a template. So close it, and then if possible, do not try to import your raw data straight away. You need to restart Survey Office first. So once we restarted Survey Office, then we can, as usual, create a new project file, and then we select the template Sarawak Borneo RSO from the list. So we don't need to we don't need to reconfigure all the settings all over again, as the settings that was done before during the one-time setup, it will be saved inside this template. It will apply all the settings for you.